friend. Nothing's gonna be friendly. There's nothing after this one. Nothing after this one. What does remain? Nothing's gonna be friendly. There's nothing after this one. Nothing after this one.
From the album 6 Years Home, that's Hope's Die Last right here on the February edition of the Standby Records podcast. What's up, everybody? It's Chris Aiken, and I'm going to be walking you through some of the upcoming stuff and some of the past stuff of Standby Records. In case you're not aware, Standby Records is a record company based out of Cleveland, Ohio. Claim to fame, obviously, is bringing you the Black Veil Brides, but that's hardly what we're resting our laurels on, so to speak, as we got a lot of great stuff coming out for you in the year 2012, including the band that you just heard there. That's our next release. That's Hope's Die Last. Have a brand new album that's coming out on February the 14th called Trust No One, and let me just tell you, it kicks major ass. We'll play a couple tracks for you here on the podcast this week so you can get a feel for it. Make sure you go out and buy it over there at either iTunes or Amazon. Hope's Die Last, Trust No One, available on February the 14th. As I said, this is the Standby Records podcast. Standby Records is located online in a couple of places. You can obviously go to our main website, which is standbyrecords.net. Again, standbyrecords.net. Or visit us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/standbyrecords. Go over there and like us. Even if you don't really like us, that's all right. We'll take the credit anyway. Just pretend you do. So, as I said, that was Hope's Die Last with Johnny's Light Sucks. That's from their last album, Six Years Home. And since we're talking about Hope's Die Last, we'll go right into it. This is the first single from Trust No One. We'll give you a quick taste of what's coming up here on the podcast for Standby Records in 2012. This is our first release of the year and our first single of the year. This is Unleash Hell. It's Hope's Die Last from Trust No One right here on the Standby Records podcast.
What's going on? Is this happening for real? This is the truth. I know it's not good, but yeah, it's happening for real. Like I said, so I
That was Hopes Die Last with Unleash Hell right here on the Standby Records podcast. What's up, everybody? It's Chris Aiken bringing you some new tunes from Standby Records on our podcast here. And right now I figured we'd go over a little bit of news, things that are happening over at Standby Records. It has been a very busy time for us as we started the new year. One of the big announcements that we made a couple of weeks ago was the signing of the band In Alcatraz 1962. Now, if you're not familiar with these guys, they are I don't know what you'd call them, like a metal hardcore outfit. They're based out of Northern Virginia, and they kick ass. There's no other way to put it. They are really, really heavy, really intense, and really, really good stuff. They're going to be going to the studio shortly with Don DiBiase over at Studio D Productions here in Cleveland. Don, of course, has done Modern Day Escape's previous records, Beneath the Sky, For All Those Sleeping, a number of bands. Don's a fantastic producer, and he'll be working within Alcatraz 1962 very shortly, and I would imagine probably, if I had to guess, I would say midsummer, you'll be getting the new release from them. So look them up on Facebook as well, and you can hear some of their previous stuff so that you can get a good feel for what they're all about. Another band that we've got coming up soon, Modern Day Escape. Their album drops on 3/27 right here on Standby Records. The new album is called Under the Gun, and I'm just going to tell you up front, it kicks ass. Plain and simple. It's really, really good, and we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later in the podcast, but just a heads up on that one. That's some really, really good stuff there as well. And another band that's getting ready to go into the studio is Picture Me Broken, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of that band. Features Brooklyn Allman, Greg Allman's daughter, although she doesn't want us to say that, so I didn't say that. But yeah, another great band. They're going into the studio. If they're not already in the studio, they're getting ready to go into the studio with David Bendeth, who obviously, if you're looking for gold and platinum on a wall, look no further than his house, because the guy is a platinum machine. So look for big things from them later in the year. Over here at Standby Records, Picture Me Broken, coming soon. So lots of big things happening over here at Standby Records.